Hello, everyone. Mike Mosquito with the Buzz Podcast here at HIMSS 2025 with my co-host,
Maureen, Nylin.
And we're back for another great episode on the floor of HIMSS with my longtime friend, wonderful friend, Sarah Sample-Reif. She is now with Zivaro, a Trace3 Company. Sarah, so good to have you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
I mean, you've been out of the country lately enjoying a little R&R.
Sunshine.
You had a little grandbaby delivered.
Oh,
I did.
Right?
Thank you. He's
That's
beautiful.
Awesome.
And now you're here to work the floors of HIMSS 25.
Never stops.
Never stops. You've been to this show quite a while, right? Like
Since
me.
1996.
That's it. We've been coming to this quite a while, right?
That's true.
And so how's this show changed? Have you seen it change? And what has been the biggest change for you?
Definitely the magnitude in size, but also like the number of companies that are represented. It used to just be small, clinical. Now you've got Visa and you have MasterCard. You have all realms of healthcare entertained within this organization. It's pretty big.
It is very big here. And we were sitting here yesterday just getting some things set up. It was nice to watch the construction happening. But now that it's all put together, you probably haven't had a lot of time yet to walk the floor. But what are you hoping as you're going through these spaces to learn more about?
I'm going to see a lot of the women in IT, change makers, a lot of the informatics and the changes that have come out from that. That's what I'm really excited about, how clinical and IT are really meshing together. I really want to learn a lot about the emerging technology and the IoT.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. So tell me more then about Zivaro. I want to know what's new and exciting.
So Zivaro is a 25-year-old company just acquired by Trace3. It's a federal company with our commercial focus on healthcare. So I get to run that. I'm really excited because we went from a $500 million company to a $3 billion company. So we have a lot more behind us now.
So that's got to be some great excitement.
I'm excited.
That's right. New places, new place, new. I want to say, as long as the company doesn't transform your culture to change how you interact, sales are very paramount right now, right? The people trying to figure out where to find the dollars inside organizations. And you've been a long time super salesperson for a lot of organizations. How are you doing that with this current climate?
So I think our cultures mesh together really well. That's one thing that I've spent the last 4 months understanding is how well our cultures go. And there's not really selling, right? We are advisory. We bring together the things that people need. We're able to have a global view instead of just a macular view of one organization. We can say, well, we did this here, and really bring everything together.
How do you build those relationships and those partnerships? Because at the end of the day, healthcare is so darn hard, and it's not getting any easier. And even some of the technology that we're introducing is actually adding complexity. So how do you build those relationships?
I think it is exactly what you just said. It's relationships, and it's relationship selling and not selling. So it's 100% building the relationship, helping someone in need. We got a call this morning saying, hey, we need a CISO.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it for me to gain, but I put the two together and said, here, you two need to be together, and they're off and running now for an advisory board. So I think it's just really having that true friendship mentality.
A lot of people don't realize that this healthcare industry is relationship based. And sometimes there's nothing in it for you other than to keep your relationship in a very good, harmonious place for someone else. And then it'll come back to you.
It is. It's all karma, right?
Right. It's all karma. And I know you, like me, we have a lot of friends and colleagues on this floor. For you, how have you seen the industry change around the roles of the CIO? And you, again, have seen a lot of people come and go. And you've placed a lot of people in very high-powered positions. So let's talk about that.
I hear someone needs a job. I'm like, let me go find you a place. And I start playing chess, right? So that is one of my favorite things in the world. The CIO role was so minuscule when I first started. It was very small. And there was a CTO, more like an IT director. There was no CISOs, no informaticists. And all of those roles have elevated. I think the CIO role and the CTO role are becoming a CDO role. Gartner predicted that about 10 years ago, and it's starting to finally happen. So it's interesting.
What would be your dream if you could accomplish one thing out here in the next couple of days? Tell me, what are you gunning for, Sarah?
That's a big one. I really, really, really want to spend some time on cybersecurity because I think that is just, it is. So the other day, MGM was breached, a year ago?
Yeah.
and I got a notice saying that I was going to get $75 for my Social Security being part of that. I was like, wow, $75.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's what I'm worth in the world. But then I started really going down a rabbit hole of what is healthcare information worth, and it's not. It's so much more than that. And so I really want to dig in and understand how we impact security around healthcare.
I love that.
And security is touching everything on this floor, every company, right?
Absolutely.
And I've been talking, last night I had a conversation about resiliency and planning for it. And so again, at one point I think there were 3 breach notices at my house on the counter. It's not going to stop happening, right?
Oh, and I got on the Wi-Fi when I landed, and I was on MGM Wi-Fi unsecured. I'm like, here we go again.
Here we go.
Well, wow, we're still open.
Did we learn anything?
Right.
No, you'll get another $75.
That's what I'm worth.
The retirement strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
One at a time. One breach at a time.
The long game.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
it's great to see that you're back here on the floor. We know that COVID took a lot of wind out of the conference. It's great to see this many banners in the sky. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the floor and interacting in some of these booths. We got some friends that have some pretty big booths out here.
Booths out here,
right?
Yeah, I'm excited to go around and meet up with all of them, and absolutely want to see you back out here.
Well, good. Well, Sarah, so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thanks, Maureen.
We look forward to seeing you again over some of the events tonight.
You don't get to lose me.
That's right. Doesn't work like that, right? So good to see you again. We'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of the Buzz Podcast here at HIMSS 25. I'm Mike Mosquito, and this is
Maureen, Nylin.
Keep Buzzing.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Buzz Podcast with Sarah Sample-Reif of Zivaro, a Trace3 Company, on location at HIMSS 2025 in Las Vegas. Find us on your favorite streaming channels. Please like and subscribe.